Yeah.
That destroys everything. So I just went through and deleted a lot of stuff.
Nice. Did you end up getting the minutes?
Did I what? I got the minutes. Yes, I did. Yep.
Great.
Just got them. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
just wait for a minute for Craig and see what's going on here.
Okay. Yeah, I started the streaming just so I wouldn't forget it. I'll wait to click record
Have you ever forgotten it?
once. But it was luckily on one that they didn't post for it to be live stream anyways. So it didn't.
Okay, that's good. So you're okay.
Then what I did is I took the recording and I uploaded it. So it was there. Anyways. They
Gotcha.
just didn't get it live.
Gotcha. Come on, Craig. We'll give it like 2 more minutes for Craig here. I haven't talked to him, so. Oh, good. So the budget books are ready. I got mine late this afternoon. Christopher, did you get yours? Okay, good. There it is. Don, you want to stop by the town hall tomorrow?
I'll get it tomorrow. Yep.
Okay. And Jenna, same thing?
I got mine this afternoon.
Oh, good girl. Thank you. Good. All good. Oh, just wait for Craig here. Should be coming. Okay, well, I don't see him. So why don't I call the meeting to order, Carol?
Yeah, okay, okay. Go ahead and call it now. You're all set.
Let's call the meeting to order of the Budget Committee. This is February 28th, 2022. Thank you very much for doing this as a Zoom, Carol. I appreciate this. And I want to apologize because we've canceled a couple of meetings. I realized all of a sudden that we have to have our Budget Committee budget into Carol tonight. So we need to vote on that tonight. I know Christopher just emailed everybody the minutes. Have you had a chance to look at them? Don, have you had a chance?
I did.
Okay. Jenna?
I'm looking right now.
Okay. The only thing I would say here, and I had one thing, Christopher, and that was it. Just gotta find it now.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
There's an awful lot. You did a heck of a job. Heck of a good job. There's a lot here. Boom, boom, boom. Where's the one? It was just number 7.
Yep.
Just go down to the end and meet with the school after that, not at A, after that.
Oh, after that.
Hey, Craig? There's Craig and there's Tony. That's the only change I have.
Okay.
Anybody else have any changes to that? Don, everything okay?
Everything good with me.
Okay. Craig, did you have a chance to look at the minutes this afternoon?
I did not.
Okay.
More than likely, I wouldn't have a change. But I'll look at it in a second.
Jenna there. Okay, I'd like to have a motion to accept the minutes as changed. There's only a few typographical things.
So
Motion?
So moved.
Don moves it.
Seconded.
Seconded by Jenna. All in favor? Aye.
All right.
Aye.
So the minutes are approved. Thank you very much. That was a lot of minutes. There was a lot to those minutes. Thanks, Christopher.
No problem.
No, I really appreciate it. The communications, since our last meeting, the town council had a budget workshop, which 2 of our members went to. I listened in because of the open meeting rules and we didn't post it. I didn't say anything, but Don went and Christopher went. And would they like to say anything about it? It was informative, right?
It was. I mean, it was tough to follow. I feel like we were the only 2 without numbers in front of us.
Right.
So
Well, Tony had all the numbers.
what's that?
Tony had all the numbers he had given the council and not us yet because the books weren't ready. You know, he has to go before the council first.
Well, and I know we can't get the books and they have that. But it was because of that, it was kind of tough to follow because it seemed like everyone else was on the same page because they were all following the same.
Right. Right.
But,
Yeah, I must admit that from my perspective, and again, being a newbie at this, I don't quite understand the process.
Okay.
So,
So the town strokes, everything is compiled now by Tony. He
Right.
puts everything together, where everything is, and then he presents it to the council to take a look at and change or whatever they want to do. And then he has our books put together after that. So this past week has just been, he's been with Martha putting all our books together. So now we have a full package, except for our budget committee request tonight to look at. Right, Tony?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, if I may, I understand where Don is coming from. I wish I could give you, last year, what happened when we had binders distributed to everybody, we went crazy to try to replace sheets when changes were made. It's like, okay, you got to insert this one and take that one out and insert that one. So what we tried to do this year was actually Bob and I initially sat down and went over the budget to make sure it was much more synchronized and comprehensive package. Then it went to the council for the workshop. So I held off on putting binders together for you folks this year so that we would not be replacing pages and adding pages because it was just crazy. Martha was trying to figure out, okay, so who gets what and so forth. So that's the reason why you didn't get those in advance.
Yeah, I get that. And now I'm looking at the town council agenda for this past week, I guess.
Yep.
And one of the agenda items was, I think,
Salary?
the proposed budget listing of all the departments under the town council's jurisdiction for consideration and vote to refer to the town clerk for inclusion on the warrant for the annual financial town meeting. So does that mean, Tony, that assuming that the town council voted affirmatively this past Thursday night, that is now prepared for the warrant?
That goes to Carol, who goes forward and prepares that. That's correct.
Right.
In fact, Carol and I have had some conversations over certain numbers just to make sure that everything jived, in order for her to set that in motion.
So Don, at this point, we look over the budget.
Yeah.
We can go line by line, and then in the end, we vote. We discuss it. We pull people in besides the school, other department heads if you want. Talk to them and have them explain it if you'd like, and then we vote on that. So that's in the budget report. It comes out as this is requested, and then it's budget committee recommendation. Is it as requested, or we say, no, we want $2,000 less, or whatever? That's what we do.
So then does it go back to the town council, or does it?
No,
go forward
that's it.
to the
That's it.
FGM?
When we vote on it, it goes, that's it. It's printed. That is it.
But let's just hypothetical, there's something in there we don't agree with.
Yep.
does it go back to the town council or does it go forward to the FTM with our reservations?
No, we get, if you want to take it back to the town council, you can. But at that point, as of tomorrow, it is done. It is, what Carol gets is the town's portion as put in by Tony and the council. If we want to go back to the council and say, well, we don't like this, so we don't recommend this, then we have to put it in the budget book why we don't recommend it.
And then what happens?
And then at the town meeting, we have to defend that.
So people can ask follow questions about why our recommendations are different than what the town originally requested. And
That's
then
right.
based on that, they can choose to either move the whole thing forward or not.
It's right, exactly. That's exactly it. So, I mean, unless we come to an agreement with the council before that, and the council says, okay, fine, and somebody will stand up and amend it either up or down, whatever we come to an agreement on.
Okay, that's a very interesting process, one that I would not have guessed.
That's it. That's it, right, Carol?
Welcome to my world.
Carol, did I miss anything in that?
No, just the confusing part is all of those budgets actually come to me.
Yep.
Inclusion on the formal document, which is warrant. And then I give them to the budget committee so you can review and make recommendations. So
There are two. So you know what? There's a warrant, the actual warrant that Carol is required by law to post outside the town hall, right, Carol? And send to the
yeah,
state.
in 4 places, yeah.
Okay, that's the warrant.
That's the legal document. And
Right.
most people don't know that's the legal document because they think your budget committee report is the legal document.
Right.
But
It's not. It's not. It's, 99% of it's there, but right.
yeah, it just doesn't have the legal language, that's all.
But that's the way it works. That's the way it works done. Okay.
So prior to the town administrator's position and his
Yep.
involvement in the budget, would the town council,
They put it
at what
together.
point would the budget committee have seen the completed budget?
March
Before the town council voted on it, right?
Yeah, but we had to see it by
No,
March
March
1st.
1st.
It was March 1st. You had to
Yeah,
see it.
you would have seen it after the council had done their deliberations and voted to submit it to me for inclusion on the warrant. You wouldn't have seen it until after that.
Right. Right.
Budget committee doesn't usually get involved in the review process until after March 1st.
But we can call the council. We can talk to. We have a joint meeting with the council, and we will talk to them about if you have any concerns or whatever. We talk it out.
Okay,
Okay.
got it, thanks.
But prior to Tony doing this, Tony's compiling everything. He's pulling it all together for us. We didn't have budget books like this that he does for us. We never had that before. So there's an awful lot of work. Okay, so that the town council budget workshop. I think everybody knows that they got their revaluation. So the tax base of the town went up. I don't know if all the adjustments are done yet, but it's over 600 million, right, Tony? Over $600 million. It's way up there.
I have a question about that.
Go ahead,
Tony, you're muted.
Tony.
Tony, you're muted.
okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Right now, we're looking at 2.9. I put a cover page right in your binder. I'm
Yep.
sorry, some of you don't have those.
Yep.
But right on the front part of it, there is a summary page. And that summary page has all the departments, the bottom line from each one of the
Saw that.
departments.
Yep.
And at the present time, we at 2.9 if we go with the funding, with the financing of the 15-year note.
Okay. So no, Jenna wanted to ask you a question. Go ahead, Jenna.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, I had heard some concerns about the way that the property tax was revaluated based on the last several years' home sales, and the fact that, especially in a place like Little Compton, we are, we were a destination for those fleeing urban areas, and how that might have negatively impacted folks in their pocketbooks as a result.
Well,
Do you want me-
remember, if your valuation of your house went up, that doesn't have anything to do with your taxes.
Hmm.
Because our tax rate's gonna go down. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, think of a seesaw. Okay, your price of the house goes up, your tax rate goes down. Okay, so when you actually multiply, because you cannot take the assessment that you received and multiply that the current tax rate, which is I forgot exactly, 6.5. You cannot do that. Okay,
Right.
so and the other thing is you got to remember because of that, the likelihood some folks in some instances actually gone up like $50, in total. So it depends because remember the tax rate going down, you're multiplying that so that offsets things a bit.
Right.
Okay.
And to your point, I just had a conversation with one of our state reps, and the issue is it's throughout the state, believe it or not.
Right.
They were very concerned about it. In fact, Central Falls, okay, one of the poorest communities, they went up about 65%.
Wow. Wow.
So it's right across the state, unfortunately. I mean, I can talk, Bristol, we've gone through the same thing, believe me. As a town councilor in Bristol, I'm hearing that all the time. The thing is, people have to take their time. There's 4 ways of sort of weigh out your assessment or appeal it if necessary. Meet with the company, that's 1. 2, meet with the assessor. 3, if you're still not happy, meet with the tax board of appeals. And 4, obviously would be the courts. So I'm surprised as people sit in and they go over the assessment and what it may be the proposed rate, and they're gonna go, is that what it is? Yeah, it's not as bad as this sounds, really.
Right.
And the average, by the way, in Little Compton is about 24%, if you go average.
Right.
Great. Thanks for that background. That's really helpful.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, now, the other communications were, Don and Christopher were at, on the town council budget workshop, and it was brought up, the salary was brought up by Patrick McHugh, for the town clerk. And he, wanted to make a motion that would give her more money, and then, he took that to the council. What I understand, and the council, he didn't get a second. So, what you see is what we put in there, okay? The school budget just came in, I emailed it to you. It's also gonna be in your budget book. And those are the communications that I've had. I would like to move to the next item, which is, I went to Paul's Press, that does our budget committee report. And the supply chain is giving them a hard time too. And I talked to Carol today. So the postage is going from 58 cents to 60 cents, Carol?
Say that again?
Postage is going from 58 to 60 cents?
I think, I've heard rumor that it's going to 67 cents. I just don't know what date it's gonna change.
Okay, well, based on just the pay, so I had Paul's Press quote us 2 ways. Doing the same number of budget report as last year, same number of pages. But then Mr. Bowen had asked me last year to, every like, I don't know, 8 or 10 years, I've done it twice, is we put in the W-2s, roughly the W-2s, well, what every town employee is making, okay, with their benefits and everything. We've done that, and I've been asked to put that in again. It's a tough year. I don't know how many more pages it's going to be, probably 2 to 3, and based on that, if you look at the paper prices, what happened, he quoted us almost, it's over, let's see, quoted us $4,900. Our budget request is going to have to go from $6,500 to $8,500. We'll have more than enough, and what we don't use, it goes back into the general fund. But I think we need to be safe on this. He asked me also to get back to him tomorrow if possible, so we can order the paper. Very hard to get the papers. You know, he needs it, he needs it. Need. So I would like to have a motion for $8,500 for the budget committee to print and mail the 2023 budget report.
I'll
So
move
moved.
The second,
I'll second.
any discussion?
Just so you're aware,
Yep,
the printing of the FY '23 budget proposal is actually going to come out of this fiscal year.
right.
Fiscal year '24 that you're proposing that
We're
for.
gonna be tight, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I will send an email to the town clerks to get it in, our budget request in shortly.
It's not scary. Eddie, why did you start cartoon?
Let's see, general budget discussion. Tony? Would you tell us where we stand on the bond as far as for the school, when that RFP might be out in the town hall?
The fund for this, okay, two things. You're talking about the bond itself for the RFP. Okay,
Oh,
that
oh.
is okay, there is two pieces. One
Right.
is the refinancing of the bond.
Right.
We have not, we're still working through the application to go to the Department of Education.
Okay,
And the other one is ongoing right now. It's already out to the various banks, the financing for the $2 million.
2 million, okay.
That is out already, and obviously, we have Steve Massaroni and Sandra Mack that are overseeing that project, that portion.
Okay, very good. When do you think you'll have something back on that?
I believe, I want to say March 17th. I don't know why, the
18th.
middle of 18th?
18th.
Okay, I was pretty close. I didn't have that, but okay.
Very good. Okay, perfect. Any questions on that, people? As of right now, everybody knows what we're doing, right? What Tony's doing?
Yeah.
Good.
What are we saving on the refinancing of the school debt?
If, at this point, okay, it appears that we'll be able to capture about $527,000 savings. And the rate will be, the interest rate would also go down.
That's a good refi. That's a real good refi. Any more questions on that? We don't have any in the public here. So our next meeting is the 15th with the library and the school. Okay? We'll be in person, I believe, the town
You
hall.
can. You
7
can.
o'clock. 7 o'clock, if that meets with everybody's approval. Is there anything else anybody else wants to bring up right now? I would appreciate it if you would go get your budget book and see Tony.
I'll
And-
stay here until 6 o'clock anyway. So if anybody wants to swing by and pick up theirs, be more than glad to.
Either that
Okay.
or tomorrow, whatever.
Or tomorrow, right.
Yeah, and then we will go from there. Okay? Is there anything else? A motion to adjourn and thank Carol again for doing our Zoom.
You're welcome.
So motion to adjourn. So moved.
Craig is on mute, but he's raised his hand.
I got it. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.